Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and I'm just gonna get right to the point with this one. This is a recap of all the 4 seasons of this chapter, what I liked, what I didn't like, what seasons I liked more, and what seasons I just really didn't care for at all, basically. Gonna start this in order with season 1. So, right off the bat with season 1, coming off of the Fracture event, I actually kind of welcomed this season. It was a fresh start. It kind of helped forget about how Fracture just frankly was not that great of an event, in my opinion. It didn't even feel like an event, really. So, also, a lot of my friends started playing this specifically with this season again. It was nice. I had like a really great time with it. The hammer
It's
was
been
fun.
weeks since anyone heard
The
from my
battle
brother
pass
Todd.
was pretty cool.
Last I know, he was heading
Uh,
out to some place called Quiet
The
Creek for
loot
a camping
pool,
trip
I
with his
seem to remember
friends.
being a little weird
Police
at
have
the
done
start.
nothing, saying
If
he
I
would
remember
probably
correctly, some
turn
of
up
the
eventually.
weapons were not
So I've
great, which they
decided to head out there
changed later
myself.
on
I know you're out there,
through buffs or
somewhere.
whatever have you. The POIs were actually really cool too. Like, the whole new map, it's always a nice fresh start. I love it every single time. Like, there's no sugarcoating that. I love it every single time.
I need to
It's
figure
just
out where
something
Ty
new.
and his friends were camping.
I spent most of that or that season, sorry, landing at Slappy Shores, to be honest. Like, back in Chapter 2, I used to always land at Slurpy Swamp, so Slappy Shores being basically the Chapter 4 equivalent to it. Yeah, of course I landed there. Why would I not? You know? There was a lot of other good things that happened that chapter, though, or that season. I did again. I said chapter instead of season. Like the Kid Leroy concert, if I remember correctly, happened during that season. And that was actually really cool. It was it was a better event thing than what Fracture ended up being, in my opinion. Like I rag on Fracture a little bit because it it just wasn't that great, but it did feel a little weird that there was so much build up though during this first season of this chapter for like what people thought would be an event. There wasn't an event at all, which that topic's going to come up like multiple times in this video is about events. But the whole like sky rift thing that was going on, wait, no, that was, yeah, the sky rift that was going on from like the device that the ageless and what's his name, Stellan, Riftward and Stellan built. That was really cool. It was ominous too. It was so
This should
ominous.
be the
Like,
place. I
they
should look for
handled that
clues.
really well. That was amazing. I guess from here
I should play this tape.
I'll move to season 2. Season 2, Mega. First off, Mega City is still really good. Like, I still enjoy the location. It's a really cool location, and obviously Epic likes it too, because they use it for like all kinds of things, like collab teases and whatnot. Like, and whatnot.
This is the day one audio log
It's
of
all,
our search for the creature
it's
of
really
Quiet
cool. The
Creek.
battle pass
We
that
just set
season
up
was
a camp on the
really
west
great
bank of the
too.
creek. I do have with me paranormal
Like,
expert Grant Hughes and local
Highwire,
survivalist Nate Archer.
Renzo,
At the time of this
Stray,
recording,
like,
nothing
all of the
unnatural
skins
seems
from
to
that
have
battle pass
occurred,
were
but we
good.
will continue our search
Like,
in the early
they were
morning.
all pretty cool, for the most part. I actually forgot to mention this too. Back to chapter 1, or wow, chapter 4, season 1.
This is the day one audio log
Hello?
of
Is
our
anyone
search
there?
for the
Hi,
creature of Quiet Creek.
I just lost my train of thought. Wow. Halsey was actually one of my favorite skins from the first battle pass. For, from this chapter. Oh, anyway. I remember the loot pool for Mega being pretty decent as well. Things felt way better than they did in Chapter 1. Obviously the hammer was switched out for the sword, which was also pretty nice. It was no big deal at all.
This is the day one audio log of our
The
search
sword
for
was
the
cool.
creature
It was
of
fun. It
Fortnite
was very
Creek.
satisfying.
We just set up our camp on the west bank of the creek. I do have with me paranormal expert Grant Hughes and local survivalist Nate.
There were a few other things. I remember they brought the
Time of this
lightsabers back in
recording,
Mega at
nothing
some point.
unnatural seems to have occurred,
And it's
but
always
we
nice
will
having
continue
the
our search in the early morning.
lightsabers back. They're fun to use pretty
I wonder
much
what
every
this
single
key's
time.
for.
Now, this season, once again, though, did not end with an event. There was no event for this season. And that one felt even weirder because they really had grounds for an event. And there just was not one. I don't understand why there wasn't, to be honest. It felt really weird that at the time people didn't really think a whole lot of it, other than like obviously a little bit of negativity on like why is there no events, why are they not doing events, blah 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 blah. You get the point with that. But there were like these mini events though, like earthquakes around the map. In this particular case, there was earthquakes around the map for build up into Season 3. And that's where my bit of negativity, I guess, will actually come in. Season 3 started off from those miniature earthquakes with the middle of the map collapsing in and creating this whole, like, jungle biome area. I think this is a common sentiment within the community, but the jungle biome is not the greatest thing. It's really not the greatest thing, in my opinion.
Is that another audio tape?
It's sometimes really hard to see people there. It's also really hard to get out of sometimes because it's literally like just a big pit in the middle of the map. Mind you, I play zero builds. I consistently play zero builds. That's like one of the best things they've added to the game in a while for people that really just didn't build all that much, because I surely didn't. But for zero builds and getting out of that pit, sometimes not the greatest time, sometimes you just get shot and die really easily because you're just stuck down there. You can't do much about it. Now, not everything was bad about that season. The gameplay left a lot to be desired. I won't deny that. The gameplay left a lot to be desired. But the battle pass was still pretty cool. There were skins I really did like Ryan, I can't pronounce her name properly. She was cool. Prime was cool, obviously. I'm trying to remember who all was actually in that pass, but they were cool. Prime was cool. I wish they gave Prime more styles, because he only had the battle damage style, and I feel like they should have given him like a Nemesis Prime style, in my opinion.
2,
But
time is 5
the
a.m.
I really
has us up
did
at
not enjoy
5
Season
a.m.
3.
because he
Simply put, I did
claims
not
to have
enjoy
heard
it.
something from outside of his tent, so
And,
we are in pursuit down the riverbank.
The loot pool was kind of weird.
Maybe a deer.
The drum shotgun was in the loot pool, and basically if you didn't run that, you had to run it. It basically came to if you didn't run it, you lost the game, and you had to run it because like it was just so much better than everything else.
Perhaps I should search
And,
down the creek.
Season 3 really got hit with the, like, I don't even know what to call it. It got hit with, like, just not being all that fun. At least for me, it wasn't all that fun. I know there's people that enjoyed it, and that's fine. I did not enjoy it. The summer event was kind of weak, too. Like, it actually felt really lazy. Like, the summer event was lazy. It was 100% lazy. I'm not even going to deny that one. They really didn't try too hard with that at all. It just really feels like they didn't try too hard on that. And I think this is the season that got affected the most by them focusing really hard on UEFN. Like, there was a lot of focus on UEFN with this chapter. And I feel like it did hurt it in some cases.
Okay.
And that is
Maybe I should play this tape
why
back at
I
the
think there
interstate.
wasn't really any events this season, like Battle Royale end of season events. There just wasn't any. As of season 3, there was still no events, because season 3
Well,
ended without an
that's
event.
great.
Just the big, just build up to the next season was what they did, which was the big sky telescope marking showing a moon, I believe is what we were thinking it was, or a lot of people thought it was, either the moon or the cube cradle. It was not the cube cradle, it was a moon. And it was the build up to this current season, which on the time of recording this, it is October 29th. This will be going up on November 2nd, the final day of the season. And I guess I'll just get right into it from there.
This is a day 2
Of-
update.
Of all
and
the
Nate
seasons
is
this
nowhere to be
chapter,
found.
this has actually
We're
been my
pretty worried
favorite
something bad's
season.
happened. It's been a few hours since we
Battle
last seen
Pass
him.
is
He
actually
was going up the
outstanding.
creek towards
I really
the weird
love
building
this
over
Battle
there,
Pass, even if I
and,
only use like maybe 1 or 2
we heard some
skins
strange
from it.
noises, and we went to go
It's
check it out,
a
and
really
he's just gone.
solid
So we ran
pass.
pretty worried.
I
If we can't find it by the
really
morning,
did
we're gonna
not
have to
think
go
I
what's
was
inside
gonna
that building. Maybe
like
I
it
can
that
pry
much
those
at
boards
first,
off.
because the teasers didn't really fill me with confidence on the Battle Pass itself, but when I actually got into the game and playing through and seeing what all was in there, from like skins, emotes, styles, there's a specific style I really did enjoy. Actually, I'm going to backtrack a little bit with Battle Passes. I forgot to mention I did like the Era skin from Chapter 4, Season 3. I forgot to mention that one. That was another one I really liked. But back to Season 4, May is a pretty good skin. I liked her. I used her once I got her. Kato Thorn. His base style, the first thing I saw was his base style back when he first
Ty, is
got
that
shown
you?
off. I didn't care for his base style whatsoever.
Am I going insane?
But later in the Battle Pass, I found out that he has a vampire style called Revenant Kato Thorn. And this skin is by far one of the coolest tier 100s we got this whole chapter. It is now my secondary main. It's a really cool skin. It's a really cool design, and I fell in love with it almost immediately after seeing that. Like, that was the highlight of the Battle Pass for me. Gameplay
We've
this
been waiting
season
for you.
has actually been really fun.
Waiting on
It's
who?
really cool. It's super enjoyable.
You know,
And
it's
it is
raining
like the
and
best
starting
time
to
I've
get
had
late.
playing this game in a little
I
bit.
won't be able to do much until the morning. I
This is
know
like-
my brother is out here, so
this is like the
maybe I
most
can
I've
sleep
played
in one
this-
of these tents for the night.
This chapter in a while, like since season 1. The whole season has just felt great. The returning spy theme, the POIs, all of it. Absolutely satisfying, amazing to play. Like, I will praise this season to pretty much hell and back for all I care. It was the best time I've had in a while. Now,
Hello? Is someone there?
at this point, though, that's a lot of
Was that
screaming.
Ty?
As I said, we are on about 4 or 5 days until the next season starts, the next chapter starts. Now, here's where it gets interesting. There is no... Oh, jeez, that actually just scared me. I just lost my train of thought. Holy crap. Anyway. There is no end of chapter event. From what we've gathered, there is no end of chapter event because it sounds like the chapter is not ending. The whole time machine thing went and played its course and has gone the way it was supposed to. It got heisted, it got taken, and we are going back to Chapter 1. This whole heist thing happened during the ongoing Fortnitemares event that is currently going. It's got a few days left. Kato Thorne was taken out during this event, and a whole lot happened with that. Like, there was a whole thing with Kato Thorne getting taken out during this event and everything. Like, I keep dying to that. But yeah, we are going back to Chapter 1 for a month. It is a month's time. And it's going to rotate through all of the seasons, starting from Season 5, every week. So we start in Season 5 at Chapter 1, and we go to Season 6, Season 7, Season 8, Season 9, and Season X. If I'm correct on the way that's supposed to go. After that happens, we will go into the black hole and start our downtime for Chapter 5. Because this is technically still Chapter 4, even though we're going back to the Chapter 1 map. We will go into the black hole and go into a long downtime for Chapter 5. I'm weird about Chapter 1 because I do kind of feel like we didn't need to go back. I personally didn't need to go back, but am I still going to play it? Yes, of course I'm still going to play it. I'm still going to enjoy the time and play it like I would. Now,
Was that Ty?
with that though, we'll see how that goes, and what
He's got to be
where
out there
it
somewhere.
goes, and like what
I
happens
can't leave
from
him
there.
behind.
But I'm curious to see what they plan to do. I kind of think this is a story reset, personally. That's what I'm thinking it is, just a full story reset. I'm thinking it's just a complete story reset because Donald Mustard was replaced. Like, Donald Mustard was replaced as the story director for the game because he left the company. Which I can't really fault him for. If he wanted to leave, he's able to leave. Now, that said, I look forward to seeing where they go. If this is like an actual full story restart, it'll be interesting. To me, it'll definitely be interesting. Because there's been a whole lot of things that have happened, a whole lot of things that don't make sense anymore, and a bunch of just other things. So I definitely think the story could use a good restart. And I'm here for it. I look forward to actually seeing it go down. Seeing what they do, how they pull it off, and how they make it work. But for now, I think I'm gonna end it here before I just turn this into like a rambling video. So, I will see you all in the next one. I think I took a wrong turn. Okay, I think that's them telling me I took a wrong turn. But, I will see you all in the next one. I thank you for watching. Feel free to like and subscribe and turn on notifications and comment down below if you enjoyed the video. And comment what your thoughts are on going back to Chapter 1 if you're excited for it. Or if you're not excited for it, like, feel free to say what you think. Because I'd love to hear it. I'd love to see what people think. But I'll see you back where it all began. Death out.